Impressed with Rolly tonight?
Nah, nobody. They all suck. They all scared of each other. They get jabbed to the body.
Look, they shook.
They shook.
What should happen for Garcia now? Does he rematch Rolly? Does Haney? You're not interested? I'll be in the front. You're good. Yeah. This is fine.
Ryan Garcia has fired back to fans after talks of him being unable to be competent when clean with many, pointing out that he beat Devin Haney while testing positive for PEDs, but couldn't get past Rolly Romero in his return fight when supposedly clean fans have jumped onto this pattern, saying the contrast is telling. Even some fans made AI videos aimed at Ryan.
I'm a bum, I'm a trash can, I'm a choker, and everyone saw that I am nothing without my steroids tonight. I transitioned from King Ryan to Queen Ryan. To be honest, without my secret juice, I'm just a TikTok boxer. I'm not gonna lie. I might as well go back on TikTok now and box against a mannequin to impress all the high school kids.
The talk is that Ryan needs enhancements to compete at the highest level, and that without them, he's not the same fighter. They argue that when Ryan isn't juiced up, his performance drops significantly, and the Rolly fight confirmed it. The criticism hasn't stopped there.
Man, your name is Ryan Osterine Garcia, man. Where the hell was the juice? Hell no. Soon as I bet on this boy, he want to quit doing PEDs. No.
Some fans have begun labeling Ryan as a quitter, resurfacing the memory of his body shot knockout loss to Tank, where they believe he chose to stay down instead of getting back up. That moment has lived rentré in the minds of boxing followers who feel Garcia avoids digging deep when the going gets tough in the fight against Rolly. After being dropped in round 2, fans noticed a distinct shift in Ryan's energy and commitment.
12 rounds and knocked him out. Yeah, I knocked him down the second round. He's strong, he has a good left hook, and, one time he opened up, I cracked him and he didn't open up at all the rest of the fight.
He seemed hesitant, less active, and unwilling to put himself in danger again. This behavior added more fuel to the growing belief that, while Ryan is physically gifted, he lacks the mental fortitude and grit expected of elite-level fighters. The phrase, "going around is surely a boxer but not a fighter," a jab not just at his skills but at his character in the ring. Ryan, not one to take punches outside the ring without swinging back, has responded to all the criticism by brushing it off. He has pointed out that fans only talk when he loses, and that the hate is nothing new. He emphasized that the negativity started after the Tank fight and that people love to talk when he's not winning.
Ryan, how you saw the jab?
He seems to be framing all the backlash as typical internet chatter, the kind that surfaces when someone in the spotlight stumbles to him. It's all noise, but noise or not. There's pressure mounting after all the chaos. Ryan Garcia made headlines again, but this time for comments he made about Rolly Romero, following Riggy's own defeat. To Isaac Pitbull Cruz, Rolly, who had previously ducked a fight with Ryan during multiple opportunities, including one sanctioned by the WBC, was stopped in the 8th round by a much smaller man. Pitbull Cruz, just 5'4", moved up in weight and took Rolly's WBA super lightweight title in convincing fashion. This gave Ryan the perfect opportunity to launch verbal jabs at Rolly, and he didn't waste it.
For sure, yeah. Well, was it the layoff, you think? The year layoff? He wasn't active? Or he just doesn't want it?
I can't say. I wasn't in his camp or nothing like that, but it could be a few things. Some people say it was a PEDs, so you gotta get back.
Definitely.
Garcia ripped into Rye's chin in conditioning, saying Rolly is done, that his body can't take shots anymore, and that the punches Cruz landed weren't even hard. He's inexperienced, and now his chin is toast. Ryan posted online, "The guy just can't take a punch, it's the truth." From Garcia's point of view, Rolly was never really built for this level of competition, and only got as far as he did because of the way he was moved by Mayweather Promotions. He's made it clear that Rolly avoided him multiple times, starting from when Ryan was coming off a long break. Even when the WBC ordered the fight, Garcia claims Rolly avoided it. He believes that when he was pushing hard to make that fight happen after beating fighters like Tago and Fortuna, Rolly just kept backing off.
You know, better being a 2-time world champion, being a 3-time world champion.
And now from Garcia's eyes, it all makes sense. Rolly ducked him and instead took a worse deal, a fight against Pitbull Cruz, and then came back to his fight when he knew he was at an advantage. Boxing observers like Boxing News 24 pointed out that Rolly could have made more money and headlined a card with Garcia, but for whatever reason, he passed.
What's your reaction to the fight, champ? What's the reaction to the fight?
I thought the night kind of underperformed.
Okay.
For whatever
This one.
event was bigger than the fights itself. Unfortunately, you know, I was surprised with what Rolly did, but he was strong as hell at 47.
Yeah.
I think that might be his weight.
I think what boxing says, styles makes
Style makes fights, and that knockdown really showed, and it kind of. I don't think Ryan ever pushed him back after that knockdown.
Yeah.
I thought he should have been the aggressor.
And it cost him dearly. Not only did he lose the fight, but he lost it in brutal fashion, and it likely slammed the door shut on any future big paydays. According to some, Rolly's team made a massive mistake walking away from the Garcia deal. Still, despite Rolly's loss and all the excuses Garcia made about not being 100% during his recent fight, fans are not letting Ryan off the hook. Friday night's fight was supposed to be Ryan's triumphant return, one step closer to a rematch with Devin Haney.
Eddie, just your reaction, man. I can't believe it. I mean, I said this kind of environment, like sometimes it can just, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean,
flabbergasted.
Ryan and Devin just dropped the bag like the biggest bag drop we've ever seen. I mean, you know, tonight was going to be those two in the ring facing off for the big rematch.
It's done?
Done.
Instead, he lost to Rolly Romero, a fighter that most thought he'd beat, especially after Haney's name had been thrown around again. Romero came in as a massive plus 700 underdog, and not only did he drop Ryan in round 2, but he controlled the rest of the fight. Garcia didn't look like himself. The volume wasn't there, the aggression was gone. There were long stretches of inactivity, and it almost felt like Ryan was trying to avoid getting hurt more than he was trying to win. That's the version of Garcia fans are criticizing, the one who shows flashes early, but fades when adversity shows up.
Very off after the year layoff. You know, that whole year, you know, it was a lot for me mentally, as you guys know. So the fact that I got here is, and I'm in the position I am, my mind is as clear as it is a victory for me, I would say. But I'm extremely disappointed in the way I fought, and it definitely is.
After the fight, Garcia stood in the ring and gave a short, humble post-fight comment. He fought a good fight, caught me early. No excuses, congrats to him, he said. But just minutes later, he started posting online, sounding a bit more frustrated and introspective. I'm devastated and really sad that I fought the way I did. I just didn't have it tonight, felt off. Then in the post-fight press conference, Garcia tried to explain why he felt off. He blamed the weird setup of the Times Square event originally advertised as a free-to-end outdoor show that would gather a massive public crowd. The event ended up being fenced off, limiting most of the visual access to VIPs or people watching from nearby buildings.